I go on, I should tell you that I'd kill for a cigarette right now. See, I'm 3 days into giving up for, I think it's the 11th time. I mean, it's no big deal or anything. I can stop whenever I want, it's not a problem. I'm not one of these, addictive types who has to attend group counselling or wear patches or chew gum that tastes like asphalt. It's just that, well, I go through this phase after I've given up where I become increasingly concerned about the adverse health effects of suddenly denying my body the crutch on which it so heavily relied. So, to minimise the trauma, I smoke. You got a light? Definition, it had been a lousy start to the week. First thing Monday, I get a call from Mum saying that Dad had just been rushed to hospital in an ambulance. I mean, he only went to the medical centre that morning to deliver an urine sample. So I drop everything, and by the time I arrive, Dad's in emergency and Mum's in hysterics. 2 nurses run in wearing rubber gloves, then this doctor appears, and the next thing you know, he's got his finger fair up Dad's arse, saying there's a problem. I mean, can you imagine anyone actually wanting to be a proctologist? That was Monday. Well, on the Tuesday, I turned up for work as usual at Dilly's Deli. I barely had time to put the salamis out when Mr. Dilly pulled me aside and began outlining in some detail the benefits of proactive downsizing. All I knew was that financial oblivion was now staring me coldly in the face. So there I was, clinging tenuously to the notion that things could only get better, when on the Wednesday they took a horrific turn for the worse. I was walking home from the hospital after visiting Dad when my best friend Jaslyn, we all call her Jazz, phoned. Bullshit. Bullshit. Now, I'm not normally one to jump to conclusions, but Jazz had hard evidence. I mean, if things weren't already bad enough, I find out from my best friend Jazz that my flatmate, Monica, was seen screwing my boyfriend, Michael. And not once, not twice, no, but 3 fucking times. And in my car. It was supposed to be in the garage getting new ball joints. You fucking bitch, Monica. Do you mind? Do I mind? Do I mind that you're screwing Michael behind my back? What do you think? It's probably a perfectly reasonable explanation for the whole thing. What the fuck did he tell you? Like I said, everything. Most of us only could have made a mistake. I just don't understand how you could do this, Monica. You could have seen someone else screwing Monica in my car. You have a cigarette. It might not have been Michael at all. Do you have a smoke? I'll just walk in as if nothing's happened and... You know I don't smoke. Casually bring it up in conversation. I can't believe I'm hearing this. No tears. Your hang-up, your breakdown. No drama. There's no need to be hostile. No big thing. Look, I realise the timing's not sensational, but I think it'd be best if you packed up your things and moved out. What? No.
You're kidding.
I'm not.
I bet she had it all planned. You know I never lied, Tom.
Tell me about it.
And then the bitch kicked you out as well? That's bullshit.
Hey, no one kicked me out of anywhere, all right? I just decided that it'd be better for everyone involved if I made alternative living arrangements.
Well, good for you. Are you going to go round and see him?
Oh, what? And completely humiliate myself? No fucking chance.
I thought you gave up.
Get real? As if I don't already have enough to cope with.
How is your dad?
Don't ask. You know what the hardest thing is?
What?
I don't know, it's just... I thought Michael really cared for me, you know? I honestly thought he loved me.
Well, did he ever tell you that?
Well, no. Not straight out, but... Well, there were just little things he used to say, you know, like... When I used to...
Go down on him?
Yeah, well, afterwards, once I rinsed my mouth, he used to cuddle up next to me and say how much he loved my technique.
I mean, they all say that after you suck them off. They'd all rather get a blowjob than just about anything.
You think?
I'm positive. Vanessa Viduris reckons that's all Dennis wants out of life.
Oh, you're kidding.
No. So what are you going to do now?
Oh, what, apart from find a job, a new boyfriend and a place to live? I don't know, I thought I'd head to Europe, do a bit of skiing.
You know, David Radcliffe is looking for someone to share.
Who's David Radcliffe?
You know, Jessica Schofield's ex.
Oh, right. Well, they split. I thought they were engaged.
She called it off.
Seriously?
Seriously. Marissa Mastroianni reckons that since her mum ran off with that Jehovah's Witness, she's practically gone ballistic. Apparently, David's still really cut.
And really cute now that you mention it.
Why don't you call him?
Oh, I can't just call him. I don't even know the guy.
So, I can get his number off Marissa. I mean, it could work out great. He's been dumped, you've been dumped. He needs someone to share.
Hey, I wasn't dumped, all right.
So what would you call it then?
Pissed on from a great height. It must be romantic having a fire in your bedroom.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. I don't spend that much time in there, really. What with all the study.
Oh, of course.
Kitchen, laundry, lounge room's through here.
It's really nice.
Oh, don't worry about all that stuff. Jessica's come around later to pick it up. So, when would you like to move in?
Oh, right. Well, I thought you might want to know a bit more about me before you decide.
You look fine to me. No communicable diseases or anything?
Not as far as I know.
Great. Oh, look, there is one thing. You're not a smoker, are you?
Well, no. Not technically. Anymore. I mean, I used to. When I was younger. Well, not that much younger. I was like 15, 16. I was just going through that whole juvenile peer group kind of thing.
I know what you're saying. It's interesting because it just shows that despite the games, women are still being forced to circumvent behavioural norms in favour of, you know, this elitist, consumer-driven, postmodern aesthetic, dreamt up by a handful of ostensibly laissez-faire, nouveau reactionist, porno-boffing time junkies. I mean, what do they know? They're the victims.
I was only saying that the other day.
Have you read any Wittgenstein?
Not recently.
I've got some of his early essays. You're welcome to borrow them if you like.
Oh, that'd be great. Thanks.
What's he like, closed up?
Drop dead fucking gorgeous. I mean, I had no idea he was such a spunk. And smart.
I've heard that. But did he try anything?
Jesus, you're a pervert. He was interviewing me, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, well, you never know, do you? So when do you find out?
I move in tomorrow.
You're kidding.
I'm not.
Well done, I told you, didn't I?
Jazz, I'm telling you, we really hit it off. The conversation was just so natural and, I don't know, free-flowing. And we've got the same interests. It's perfect. I mean, there's a few things he's kind of strict about, but nothing I can't deal with.
Well, like what?
Well, he hates smokers. And I can see his point. It really is a sign of entrenched immaturity and the resultant inability to cope with deep-seated emotional problems.
So that means you're giving up?
Of course. Hey, look, it's not a problem. I'm not one of these addictive types. Anyway, what you have to realise is that I don't smoke because I have to. I smoke because it looks so fucking cool.